Okay, so I want to talk about one surprising technique that will reduce lower back pain or eliminate lower back pain, depending on how diligent you are with this technique. And I want to talk about why it works. We're going to be using a foam roller. That's the only piece of equipment you'll need. You're going to need a floor. I would recommend a soft floor with carpeting or something with a yoga mat. So we're actually not going to be working on the lower back. We're going to be working in the area of tissue around the upper quadriceps. So the quadriceps are a group of 4 muscles that are on the front of our legs, on our upper legs, and the area that we're going to be focusing is actually on the upper part of these quadriceps. So when we do foam rolling work, especially this particular technique, we're not actually working just on the muscles. There are all kinds of attachments, tissues that are surrounding the muscles, most important of which is called fascia or connective tissue, and it kind of goes in all different directions within your muscles, around your muscles. That's the main tissue that we're going to be working on. So we're going to take our foam roller and we're going to place it on our upper quadriceps, that group of muscles on the top. And at this point, we might find it quite intense just to be lying here. That's actually a good sign, and that's a sign that we want to be working on this area. Then we're going to lift our feet off the ground, and we're going to be bending our knees. And from this position, we're going to kind of do a windshield wiper motion, from side to side, slowly rolling over that tissue. And a really good sign is if you hear a clunk. For me, I hear a clunk about right there. And you're going to go slowly back in the other direction once you hear that clunk. You're going to do that a couple times, and then you might want to find another spot, because there might be a couple spots in this area. So you're going to find a spot maybe a little bit lower, a little bit higher, find another spot, and repeat the same thing. You're going to lift your feet and roll from side to side, really clunking or waiting for that clunk to happen. So yeah, that can be pretty intense, especially if you're tight in this area, which is a good sign that you actually need to get this work done. Now I want to talk about why it works, because that's my favorite parts. So there are a couple of theories going around about why it works. The most sensible to me is that the tissue, the fascia that is wrapping around your quadriceps also attaches to the lower back. So when you're moving, your quadriceps are contracting. When you're doing anything, your muscles are contracting to allow you to get to places. If this layer of tissue is really contracted and tight, the back, where the fascia is connected to, is going to kind of compensate and going to make itself in a position that it normally wouldn't be in. So by creating space in these tissues on the upper quadriceps, we're also creating space in the opposite direction of your back. And if you're doing this correctly, you might find surprisingly miraculous results. I don't like to use that word very much, but you might find really good results, and it will make your back pain go away.